Welcome to Hell. The final world, the darkest of worlds, as said in the last video. Of course, that's not its actual name, but it's what it says in the bottom right corner, so for convenience sake, let's just say that. All of your friends are gone. You still get the benefits from them, but they're nowhere to be seen on the level ending screen. I mean, in fact, that first level is consistent across all Hell playthroughs, of which I've had to do a few, so the mood is definitely set here. I mean, as you would expect from the final world of PUSS, it's all about doubling down on everything that you've seen thus far. In other words, YouTube compression is really going to hate this one, but boy, yeah, the game has all been leading up to this, and you can really feel that. Ew, gross. Thankfully not too difficult of a level, because if you rush it, I mean, as long as you're not concerned about not hitting the wall at all, doing this level absolutely perfectly, going through the middle points of this is actually pretty easy. And frankly, I'll take as many lives as I can possibly take. This is not an easy world. And so, additionally, seeing non-Hell levels, for example this one, pretty welcome sight. Yes, Hell has a lot of unique levels in it, and they're all pretty either difficult or extra weird, let's just say that. I'm gonna say it right now, probably one of my favorite worlds in the game. I mean, the whole weird abstract horror combined with fire and brimstone type Hell levels like this one, it's kind of exactly what I wanted out of the game in the first place. I mean, I'm somebody that's played a whole lot of video games, so something completely different like this is kind of exactly up my alley. I think if nothing else, PUSS has kind of made me realize that I've become something of a jaded art critic of the video game player here. In the sense that I'll take something weird out there, your abstract art, your performance art, that sort of stuff, just because I like the novelty. I like something different. For example, you had a Red Dead Redemption 2 that came out, and that looks like a great, great video game. This looks like a horrible, awkward mess of a video game, and it's like, that is more interesting to me than just a solid video game at that point. It's such a weird thing to think about, but it's like, I just like seeing something that I haven't seen before in a video game. Let's just say that. This level is pretty interesting. You get these... It looks exactly like you're going to go fight Cerberus again, but then it completely veers off in a different direction, and you're chased by these cat specters. A bunch of timed buttons. It's sort of a survival room where you have to get up to the next little platform that's appeared to raise the next platforms, all while dodging. Maybe I got a little bit too overconfident, because for the most part I'm doing pretty good at dodging these guys, but hey, they're still deadly. Chronic Horn definitely helps out a lot in this one. But if you've done it like 5 or 6 times like I have, that also works too. So I don't really need that blessing. However, I'm going to take it anyway just for fun. Alright, and should just be another second there. I do think that although this is a definite type of level that Team Coil could have put a little bit more of in the game, a sort of survive for X amount of time, I do think that they also want to make it the PUSS overall speedrun friendly, which is why you don't really see a whole lot of those type of levels in the game. This is actually a pretty cool level. You see the very quick flashing, like, alternate level? That's what the real level looks like, and you have to just follow that. Of course, the fake level is on the surface most of the time. It's also got a pretty banging soundtrack in the background. Unfortunately, I managed to do it fast enough that you don't really get too far into it. Yeah, it's too bad. But anyway, let me tell you, just like, this is a great ending overall. Like, look at this right now. I would have expected nothing less from the final world. Also, I was kind of hoping, even though they do call it Hell in the bottom right corner, I was kind of hoping that they were going to go all in on the gimmick when I first saw that world name. I have to refer to it like calling it /.dash.dash.com. It's a Fat Boy Slim track. This could be quite a difficult level here, but thankfully they do put little barriers in front of the time switches that you need to press down on, which makes it a lot more possible to do. The darkest of worlds. Meant to damn all of the... Did that get you? It definitely got me the first time. The letters flashing on screen spell spirit, which is a pretty common thing in the game. Spirits, souls, eternal damnation, hell. Thankfully, if you know what to do, this level's pretty easy. They telegraph where all the save points are pretty well. 20 lives, though. Let me tell you, if you haven't seen the upcoming boss here, that still might not be enough. However, you're not going to see the boss right now, because I want to save the ending for being the ending. Oh yeah, I said YouTube compression's going to hate it before. Oh god, it's going to hate it now. I don't even know if this is... if you can even tell what's going on in this one with the amount of flashing that's happening. No, I'm going to show all the alternate levels right now because, let me tell you, the ending is something to behold. What a track in this level. But yeah, no, I want to leave the ending by itself. I don't want to interrupt it with the additional missing levels from Hell, if I can, because... Oh, it's a treat. Hey, it's Halloween today, so let me tell you, this is the perfect way to end out the... This is the perfect day to end the series. Ah, so close. This is one where a little bit of patience goes a long way, but I ain't got time for that. There's a speedrun bonus in this game. Of course, there's also a not dying bonus in the sense that you don't die, so maybe you should be going for that at the same time, too. And there we go. Yeah, that final little column is so tricky to get into because it moves so slowly. And there's the fire and brimstone in the background. I also think this is probably some kind of symbol. I do not know what it is. And speaking of which, yeah, no astrological symbol for hell. It's just hell. Much like World 1 didn't have anything with it. Close. I suppose the proper one would be Pluto, but... I guess Team Coil didn't really want to go for that. I also really enjoy the two-frame cat heads on the left and right side of the screen right now. Alright, not too difficult of a level, but rushing it is maybe not advisable. This is a really cool one. It pretty much exists entirely on the fact that you saw the previous level at some point, and then... here you go. Not even a difficult level, it's just... desolate. Nothing's here. Makes you think that something's gonna happen. But it doesn't. Yep. A lot of different soundtracks for this particular level. Not very difficult, but definitely an interesting one. Kind of would have liked to have spent a little bit more time in here. Try to just get a little bit more of the music. But nah, I got to finish this game eventually, though. Ooh, this one's just difficult. I mean, again, this is another one that really relies on you being patient, of which, if you look at the multicolor splatters on the ground, definitely did not describe me when I was trying to do it. But at the same time, it also looks like you're just mere inches away from dying regardless of where you're at. Another level with 2 exits, although I think that one on top is just there to fake you out, to make you think that you can go over there because the burgundy color is so difficult to discern in a lot of parts of the level. Or maybe even just to fool you just long enough to get killed by one of the laser beams. Didn't fall for that one. Final boss. Yeah, no, there's no alternate dialogue for choosing either one of the meows. Anywho, Baphomet. You might recognize him as the tormentor on all of the corrupted screens. You know, I didn't even need to do that. I could have just stayed in the middle and been perfectly safe. That's the secret for when you get all the pentagrams around you shooting bullets. Just stay in the middle. But anyway, you might have seen at the very start there's a bunch of bombs that I just pushed away. They're not useful when they first spawn there, but they are very useful soon enough. As you can see on the left side, there's some sort of big darkness, like a blob that looks like an eclipse or something. As a health bar, you gotta push the bombs into them. And for whatever reason, it seems like Chronicorn and Princess are working overtime in this level, so you get a lot of extra lives and slowdown to work in your favor. Which I don't know if you're seeing what's happening on screen right now, but definitely is extremely helpful. And also with the, I don't know, let's just call them Eclipse Blobs, throwing out the Cat Specters, that's, definitely slowing down stuff is very helpful. Oh, so close to destroying that first one, but I'm sure you can probably guess that is definitely not the end of the battle. This is probably his easiest attack, where he just shoots a bunch of bullets like that. Especially if they just go in a straight line directly at PUSS, it's pretty easy to just bait him out and then kind of sweep around a little bit. Cat Specters, though, on the other hand, still not making it very easy. Oh, those bombs are just nightmarishly difficult to try to move around in a lot of ways. But hey, I managed to free Chronicorn. I mean, he was already helping me out, but whatever. Oh god, these fireballs. Hope you're paying attention to everything on the screen. I almost did. Yeah, sometimes those bombs just stop moving after a couple hits, so I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that is. And obviously there are some points where you just really can't get to the bombs in time because there's so much happening on screen. This is a really tough fight. Let's just go with that right now. Despite getting 20 lives, I actually managed to play this one surprisingly well. I guess the experience in previous levels really paid off. Oh, that doesn't mean that I don't lose at least 24 lives or something. It's just, like I said, Princess working overtime up there, giving me lives, helps a lot. And I think there's the first time that I actually realized, oh wait, you can just stay in the middle for some of these attacks. I do like the rockin' soundtrack in the background for all the weirdness and ambient and spooky noise that you got in the previous levels. Just heavy metal guitar for a fight against Baphomet. It makes sense. Also, where is your god now? Like, Jesus should be showing up at any point in time here. And yeah, it's something I didn't even notice when I was playing originally, but it's each one of the cultist cats is apparently turning into the Eclipse blobs. Does that mean anything? I don't know. Hey, nice push of all those bombs there. Like I said, the fact that... Stay in the middle for that one again. Like I said, the fact that you sometimes can only push them for X amount of time makes getting the full stock of 4 bombs next to one of the blobs rather difficult to do. Alright, get up there. And I ran into the explosion. Now that's just embarrassing. Just stay in the middle again. Oh, good, and it's the easy pattern for that attack. Also, Chronic Horn helped me out here. Doesn't hurt at all. There we go. There's JC. See, there's my god. He's right there. He's sitting right there. Hi, dude. Can't really help out too much more with this fight? Or is that one of those I help those who help themselves sort of things? Alright, get down there. Extra alive. Just get it down a little bit more and stay nearish the middle. It's really hard to tell exactly which one has the middle safe and which one doesn't, but... hey, it's a thing. Also, Chronic Horn being super helpful there. Right. There's Rick. You know what that means? Only one left. By the way, where's Eldercat during all of this? I don't know. He doesn't actually show up during the ending in any way. It's weird. You'd think that that would, you know, be a thing? I don't know. He's technically one of my friends. He appeared in the loading screen all the time. Does seem like some of the Eclipse blobs get weaker over time because it required like 16 of those bombs to destroy the first one, it felt like. This one's going down in like 4. No, there's no way I'm going to get that bomb over there in time. Oh well. With 12 lives here, I'm not too worried about freeing all my friends, and then the magic happens. Let's just say that. In fact, here we go.
We can't waste time. We need to transform. Transform.
Jesus Christ, that cutscene. Yeah. Man, even seeing it a second time is just... anyway, yeah, you just, shoot the the corners of the barrier and then shoot his head. Make sure you don't get hit by rocks. And that's it's pretty straightforward. I'd like to say that this part of the fight is more of a victory lap than anything else, but I'll say this, Puss knows how to end a game. Should probably be focused. I got 12 lives. I really don't need to worry about taking out each one of these asteroids, but I did anyway. So yeah, if you're wondering, is it worth playing Puss? Are you looking at what's happening right now? It is absolutely worth playing Puss. Just... Oh, this game. No secret worlds or anything like that. This is... How could they top this in any way? Happy Halloween, everybody. Demonic threat from the darkest world is foiled by anime. Because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? So, normally don't talk over the credits, but two things. First off, when you actually kill Baphomet, he has a death sequence very similar to when you die during a corrupted level, which is kind of a neat little touch. The other thing is that, okay, so the entire game was apparently a dream a cat was having while it was being spayed or neutered, which seemed to be the implication there, or maybe not. Or maybe it's just stupid. Maybe this entire game is just stupid. Good night, everybody. That's Puss.